This video is sponsored by Shredlights. Shredlights is by consensus the best lighting solution for your electric skateboard. It's bright, durable, and easy to install with its patented mounting system. Visit shredlights.com right now and use the discount code ESKATEHQ to get 10% off your purchase. Wowgo 2S Max is an update to the very good Wowgo 2S Pro, which we considered as the best budget electric skateboard under $500. The update came as a surprise, as Wowgo 2S Pro was just around 7 months old when Wowgo 2S Max came along. There are a few improvements with this update, but the more obvious key changes are a slight bump in motor wattage and top speed, and making 105mm honeycomb wheels available for an extra $120. Unfortunately, the improvement doesn't come free, as the $479 Wowgo 2S Max also saw a small price bump from $429 of the 2S Pro. While it is a pretty foregone conclusion that the 2S Max will inherit the throne of being the best budget electric skateboard, we will have to examine if there is any flaw to the package. As usual, let's run through the specs to be clear about those theoretical upgrades. The Wowgo 2S Max's deck is a combination of Canadian maple, bamboo, and fiberglass. It only has a mild flex to it, and it's even slightly stiffer than the 2S Pro. It also has a wide but subtle concave and is flat without any camber or rocker. This time, Wowgo put on a foam grip tape to improve vibration absorption. However, this meant that the concave of the deck is less prominent and our feet felt less locked in place during carving and rides. The design on the grip tapes in the backside of the deck is pretty nice too. The Trident graphic gets to stay, and there's another option of a new black design which looks pretty cool as well. For the electronic speed controller, the Wowgo 2S Max used the 12S Hobbywing ESC, which received minor updates from the one on 2S Pro. It also has the Smart Power On feature, of course. I guess all of us already know that speed control with 12S Hobbywing ESC is going to be strong, silky smooth, and intuitive, but we are still looking to see if the minor update did anything to improve on that. There are 4 speed modes, with the highest speed mode named Turbo, and per usual, it uses the elegant remote that comes with telemetry. Now let's look at the trucks. These are the same Poseidon trucks that Wowgo developed for the Wowgo 2S Pro. The trucks look to be Caliber 2 clones, are 8 inches, 50 degrees with 85A bushing. From our previous review, we know it is a truck that prioritizes stability over maneuverability. As for the motors, the 2S Max received a 50-watt boost per motor, and now uses 550-watt dual-hub motors. Going just by the numbers on paper, 550-watt motors will be amongst the strongest hub motors of all entry-level hub boards, with only the Meepo V4 Shuffle beating it at 620-watt dual hub. For context, most entry-level e-skates use 400 to 450-watt hubs. This 550-watt gave an improved marketed top speed of 28 miles per hour or 45 kilometers per hour, and it did exactly that on our top speed test. There are also 105mm hub sleeves and semi-all-terrain wheels available. We will talk about how they perform later. For the standard wheels, Wowgo 2S Max is using 78A soft PU wheels, which is pretty usual for entry-level boards. And when it comes to power, Wowgo 2S Max uses a 12S 2P 5.0 amp-hour battery. This gave a battery pack of 216 watt-hours in size and had a marketed range of 14.3 miles or 23 kilometers. With regular street wheels, our 200-pound or 90-kilogram test rider managed to get only 10 miles or 16 kilometers, and with the 105mm honeycomb wheels installed, our test rider got 8.6 miles or 14 kilometers out of a full charge. The range is exactly the same as what we get from the previous Wowgo 2S Pro, which has very similar battery stats at 5.2 amp-hours. Although Wowgo kind of overstated the range, 10 miles is the usual range for boards below $500, so we weren't exactly disappointed or surprised here. The board weighed in at 18 pounds or 8.2 kilograms and comes with a 6-month warranty. As is the case with most affordable electric skateboards, Wowgo 2S Max doesn't come with a built-in lighting system, and the best way to make it night ride proof is by installing Shredlights. Shredlights is by consensus the best lighting solution for your electric skateboard. It's bright, durable, and easy to install with its patented mounting system. All you need to do is install the type of mount that you like on the board by unscrewing the nuts on the trucks, placing the skateboard mount onto screws, and re-screwing the nuts back in. Snap the shred lights in and you are ready to go. Visit shredlights.com right now and use the discount code ESKATEHQ to get 10% off your purchase. Now that we know the build and specs, it's time to ride. First, let's talk about speed control. Wowgo 2S Max's speed and speed control are perfect as expected of the 12S Hobbywing ESC. Both acceleration and braking of the 2S Max are buttery smooth and intuitive. The brake strength is very strong, even stronger than the previous 2S Pro. This is great news, as most riders eventually learn to love and prefer strong brakes, especially when the brakes are smooth and intuitive like they always are with Hobbywing ESC. When it comes to the torque, the 550-watt hub motors perform incredibly well. By using one of the strongest hub motors amongst the entry-level hub boards, Wowgo 2S Max is powerful enough for any hills on your path. Although the torque and thrill are still a step behind what a set of powerful belt motors could offer, the Wowgo 2S Max is still one of the strongest hub boards amongst all the entry-level boards we've tested. Having a powerful motor is important, especially when you plan to put on the bigger 105mm wheels. With the semi-AT wheels, torque and braking from Wowgo 2's Max goes from quite strong to just strong. A board with lesser power would have a ride feel of no power at all if installed with semi-AT wheels. When it comes to maneuvering the board, it was, unsurprisingly, the same as it was with the older 2S Pro. Carving is fairly fun, but more on the tight side, as the Poseidon trucks prioritize stability over maneuverability. The board has a good return to center and feels very stable at high speed. The honeycomb wheels are alright too. On smooth roads, it's less fun to carve with 105mm honeycomb wheels, as it takes away the silky smoothness of soft urethane wheels. On rough pavement, however, the honeycomb wheels definitely had an impact in reducing vibration at around 20%, in our opinion. This, plus the foam grip tape, makes Wowgo 2S Max a good board for those who have the unfortunate fate of living where roads are terrible. To round up the riding experience, Wowgo 2S Max is an all-around great board that both beginners and veterans will like. It has great torque, good range, and is a comfortable ride. The specs, polish, and design should be well worth the $479 price tag. Not to mention, Wowgo is amongst the more reputable budget brands out there. So, the verdict? It seems like the brand with the funny name has done it again. Wowgo is going to retain its throne 3 times in a row for making the best affordable electric skateboard. Wowgo 2S Max has the performance that either matched or outmatched its competitors, the ride feels that leads the affordable segment, and the polish that is much beyond the asking price. Simply put, for any rider that wants an entry-level affordable hub board, Wowgo 2S Max, for now, should be the first consideration. As always, if you are looking to buy a Wowgo, or actually any e-skate, be sure to use our affiliated discount code with the link below. It will help you get a small monetary discount and helps us out too. You'll also be tagged as an Electric Skateboard HQ customer and probably be treated better. Ride safe, guys.